Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today Ted and I doing another little fly and drive, one of those risky road trips on this old Land Rover Defender. I wish it was a Defender. It's a Discovery, Land Rover Discovery. We are flying 1,000 miles away and driving this thing back sight unseen. Let's see how she goes. We have a new development. Get into Indiana, we pick up a check engine light. If you are new to the Lost Cause Ranch, this channel is about our little shop. We do some European sales and service. We mainly focus on Land Rovers on the channel because that's what we personally like to mess with. So we're gonna do some builds. We got a couple old ones, a couple newer ones, and this one, we just flew out, drove this back, and we'll have some upgrades to this as well. So if you like that, subscribe, stay tuned. We'll catch you there. It is just after midnight, and we're going on another little risky road trip. We got the little Boxster warming up right here. So 12:30 Saturday morning, way too early. And we are heading to the airport, flying to Philadelphia, and we're gonna make the 1,000-mile trip home. And that should all happen within the next 24 hours. So we made it to O'Hare. We are in the parking garage. Ted's looking for his mask. We figured, since we're on a Land Rover trip, we'd park next to an LR4. Why not? All right, so we made it to Philly, and we're booking our Uber, waiting for that, and then we go to the dealership, pick up that Land Rover. Hopefully it's all right, but we're just hanging out, walking around like we don't know what we're doing. Because we don't know what we're doing. Took us a minute to find the ride app place. Sorry. Ah, yes. Yeah, now it should be in. Enjoy the rest of the day off, right? All right. Well, I guess I can take the mask off. We're back outside. Had enough of the mask for the day. But we just went in, grabbed our keys to the Discovery, and now we're walking, trying to find it. Look at the new little baby Bronco with some sort of tent rack thing. I will say this is going better than the last time with that LR3 because it's at least in the same lot. So that's good.
Oh, we could put some more big lights on.
Oh, look at that. They even got the covers on them still. Right there it is. We got our all-terrain tires.
Elephant edition.
Ready to go on a safari. This thing looks pretty nice. Let's see if it fires up. Aww. Well, would you look at that? Started up 150,000 miles, and it has no lights yet, or the lights don't work. Does it have heated seats? It's got heated seats. We're in Pittsburgh. We're not in Pittsburgh. We're in Philadelphia. We got our Land Rover. It actually looks pretty nice. And now we're ready to start our 1,000-mile journey home. This one bought sight unseen on the interwebs, and we're gonna try and make it. Oh shit, we're prepared. Tow rope. Here goes nothing. We're gonna, I don't know how to do this. We're gonna reset the trip odometer. So we're back at 0. Start this off with 150,940 miles. So far so good. It has reverse. It has drive. Right or left, right or left. We'll probably go right. I don't know, what does this have a compass? So we're facing south. We're gonna go right, because right's home.
You want to go right? No. Yes. Right.
Right?
Right.
Right. I don't know what we discovered in that decade, but they did it. And we might have found a good one. I mean, the Antique and Classic Boat Society. Probably someone who had the means to repair their Land Rover. All right, I'm over in the passenger seat now. We got 41 miles in, and first impressions of the Discovery. It made it 41 miles, so that's good. It's got 5,000 miles left on the oil change. As you saw, we checked the oil. It's got oil, it's got coolant, it's got heat, and the wheel bearing isn't making noise like the LR3. So you can drive it in the right-hand lane, unlike the LR3 where we had to drive it on the left-hand lane to keep it on the crown of the road and unload that wheel. So far so good. 41 miles in. We almost ran out of gas already, but we just filled it up, and we're gonna see if this does any better than the LR3. The LR3 did 12 miles to the gallon on that Florida road trip. So, wind. The wind affects these. They're tall and narrow. So, Blue Mountain. This isn't a Rover thing to do, because we want to go for the ball. Tuscarora Mountain. All right, so we got our first full fuel stop at 16.7 gallons. And we did that with 217 miles. 89 octane the first time. 12.9-ish miles to the gallon. So we're doing better than the LR3. This time we threw some 93 in, and we'll see how it does. That was at about 80 miles an hour. We might have hit triple digits. We may not have once. This once, but we might not have too. So we'll do the next stint on 93. Other than that, we're just about to hit Pittsburgh, so we'll be leaving Pennsylvania soon, and uneventful so far. It's just working, and that's the best we can ask for. So onwards. So far, so it's doing good so far. We got one major problem though. What's that major problem? The sun's in my eyes. Other than that, we don't have cruise control. The modern luxuries are not available. This is such a painful drive without cruise control. So we're gonna try and see what's going on here. And So it holds vacuum.
Sure, fuck it.
So there's the extent of what we're gonna mess with the cruise control. So it looks like we're still not gonna have cruise control. Oh, it's fixed. It's fixed. Someone left the lights on. That was me. So beans, I'm a little bit of a basic. We had to stop and get a white chocolate mocha. And that white chocolate mocha didn't want to stay in me too long. So we have to stop for a pee break. And we had to do that early. We only did 122 miles on the premium with me driving. And it got 11.3 miles to the gallon. So I guess I'm a little harder on the Land Rover. Ted over here, he's hyper-miling. We're gonna say hyper-miling. With me, it's gonna cost like $100 more to drive. All right, so we're back on the road again. No cruise control, what a bummer. Well, I guess we touched some stuff, so let me try the cruise control. Still no cruise control. So, we'll have to suffer through old school style and just drive. But I'm gonna attempt to do a little better on the fuel mileage this run. Ted got 12.9 going through the mountains / hills of Pennsylvania. I got 11.3 in the flats. I don't know what I did there. I guess I'm not smooth. Thankfully, we made it out of Ohio without any additional paperwork from an Ohio State trooper. Going through there was like 12 cars pulled over on the side of the road by troopers. So they kind of live up to their reputation. But anyways, made it to Indiana. We're 561 miles in. But back to Ohio. For the pleasure of driving through their state and possibly picking up a ticket, they charge you $20.50. $20 to drive 200 miles through their state. That's interstate robbery. We have a new development. Get into Indiana, we pick up a check engine light. What's the deal with that? Ted said we have a little night light. Gets dark out, check engine light comes on. So that's honestly a nice feature of Land Rover. They're always thinking for you. But anyways, we made it 565 miles without a check engine light. So that's impressive in itself. All right, so we just got done eating, filled it back up, and being this thing has been pretty reliable, we have turned this into a fuel mileage competition. And Ted scoffs because at that last one, what did I say?
13.8.
13.8 miles per gallon. So we picked up 2.5 miles per gallon on that. That was hiding behind a truck for a little windbreak and dumped her down to 75 miles an hour. We were hyper-miling. But other than that, we're in South Bend. We're gonna head out to grab the Boxster from O'Hare. We've developed a little bit of a rough idle. All right, so just spent the last 20 minutes walking around O'Hare like an idiot, trying to find the Boxster. Couldn't figure out how to get back to the parking garage. But, lo and behold, There we are. Still sitting here. Still looking good with the roof rack. All right. Let's get out of here now. That's the next challenge. All right, so we made it back safe and sound. I am back home. Boxster's tucked away in the driveway, ticking away. Uneventful. That's good. Can't complain about that. And we made it in sub 24 hours. About 23 hours and 40 minutes to be exact. That's from leaving my driveway, picking Ted up, driving to the airport, flying to Philly, and driving back home. And with that said, I'm on about 3 hours of sleep, so I'm going to bed. All right, as you see, it is later. I got some sleep, and it's here. This thing made it back. It has a couple little issues. This one's got the typical Discovery 2 rear frame issues. So we're gonna replace that rear quarter of the frame in the rear. So we'll have some videos on that. And while we're in there, we're gonna fix that, clean up the rest of the frame, and recoat that. Might as well throw a lift on it. And if we're throwing a lift on it, might as well do a top end refresh. Some ARP studs, new gaskets, make this thing a little nicer. So we're gonna do that. This thing will then be for sale. So if any of you are interested in an 04 Disco, 150,000 miles, that is gone through, all the rust remedied, no issues there. New head gaskets, it's got a pretty quiet motor. Hey, it drove 1,000 miles home without us touching it. So yeah, if you're interested, get a hold of me. Other than that, if you want to see that process, subscribe down below, and we'll have that in the future as well. But anyways, we made it home. Happy about that. Pretty uneventful. Testament to the Land Rover reliability that no one believes in, but I trust it. As you can see, we've done this a few times. 1,000, 1,500 mile trips on sight unseen ones, and they all make it back. One of these days, you'll watch us get stuck somewhere though. So I'll keep my lips tight. But anyways, thanks for watching as always, and have a good night.